Hello, welcome everybody. Good investing. Our next deal offering. We are so excited about this one. My name is Andrea Swick, and I have my partner Rachel Grun here, and we are going to talk to you about a deal that is amazing, and we're so excited about it. It's a triple N deal. So, welcome to this new investment opportunity.
Now, we threw out a word you may or may not have heard of before, triple N. So that stands for a triple net lease. What is a triple net lease? It's essentially a lease agreement that really mitigates a lot of risk for the landlord because the tenant is responsible for all of the expenses with the property. That includes property taxes, your insurance, and all maintenance and upkeep with the property. So it's a really, really cool deal for people who own real estate. Typically, you see triple net in retail centers. In this instance, we are going to be syndicating a triple net lease for a early education center called the Learning Experience. We're going to learn a little bit more about that.
All right, so some investment highlights on this deal is one, the location is absolutely amazing. So it's in Southlake, Texas. We are going to be partnering. So we'll own a new construction building and the land in Southlake. And this building, which you'll see in future slides, is almost all fully built. We are leasing it to a company called the Learning Experience, and it is so great because they have it's a national brand. They have over 450 locations. They've been around for a long time, and this is going to be one of their trophy locations, and it's going to be corporate owned, and they've signed a 20-year lease. The other huge positive is that they have given us a $1 million corporate rent guarantee, and that is such a benefit. Also, they already have 126 children pre-enrolled to this location. So by the time this place opens, there's going to be a wait list. And then there's no debt because we're buying it all in cash. So that means from day one, we are accumulating cash flow on this deal. And Southlake, if some of you don't know about it, it is a very affluent area, heavily populated. It's the place to live in DFW. And their annual salary average is $283,000.
Tell us a little bit about our partners as well.
Yes, and so we're partnering with a team that we have done business with before, and they're actually experts in triple N. And on top of it, they had a portfolio of these learning centers, and so they have a 20-year history of running these businesses. In this deal, we're actually not going to run the business, but it's still a huge benefit because on the worst case scenario, if anything were to happen with this deal, we could always take over the business as well.
Yes, definitely a huge plus. Guys, we are also just scratching the surface here with this 10-minute overview. So definitely listen to our full webinar if you are intrigued. Let's talk about returns. This is a 506c investment, which means accredited investors only. If you don't know if you're accredited, you actually might be. So please reach out if you are unsure of your accreditation status. $120,000 is the minimum investment. That's equal to one share. And monthly cash flow, like Andrea said, starts immediately. So let's look at the cash flow figures. On a $120,000 investment, you can expect years 1 to 5 to make $570 monthly, which is $6,800 for the year over the 5-year period. That's close to $35K. 6 through 10 monthly is $628, which is $7,500 a year. And again, that's about $38,000 for that year. And that's because we're seeing a rent bump in year 6, 11, and also in the beginning of year 16, we are bumping rents. So that's why your cash flow will be increasing. And then 691, 11 through 15, you guys can read this. You can see the cash flow increases steadily, and it is just absolutely like clockwork monthly, especially with that corporate guarantee.
Yeah, and one of the things that, if you can go back to the previous slide, one of the things that we don't even capture here is the depreciation. So there will be some depreciation. I think it's between 25 and 30%. So we will see what that comes out to be on a K1, but that is also a benefit for this deal.
Yeah.
All right, so returns. So you will get the steady cash flow, those projected cash flows, because it is a 20-year lease. So it'll come in as passive income to you. And then we are targeting to hold this property up until a return of a 1.5 to 3x return for our investors. So that's when we're going to actually consider the sale. That most likely is going to happen at year 6, 11, or 17. The other great thing is that we're expecting a 17.26 annualized return. And I mean, those are incredible numbers, and that's factoring, the cash flow, but then also at the sale event, there will be that upsell. We don't know how much that's going to be because we don't know how much cap rates are going to be or what the market's going to be, but it is a longer term hold. And then once we sell, there will be an upside to that.
Yep, exactly. Okay, what does it look like? These are some great aerial shots of the space. Again, it's new construction. You can kind of see here, they're just finishing up with the landscaping. And then the playground for the kiddos. So great.
I know my kids would want to play there. And so, yeah, heavily populated area. I mean, it's right there in South Lake, lots of development happening, lots of, new construction. It's just such a great, amazing location.
And then again, this is the same thing, just a better aerial shot. And it looks like there's close to 55,000 vehicles per day that drive by this building that has road frontage on South Lake Boulevard in South Lake. So again, the visibility could not be better. Well, if you've heard enough, you can scan this QR code to reserve your spot in the deal. I think last we looked, it's over a third subscribed, I believe. So it is going fast.
Yep, this is a very, very popular one. So if you want to reserve your spot, please do that sooner rather than later. If you have any questions at all, feel free to call us, email us. We're available for you. I personally am excited about investing in this one, and it's going to be a good addition to our portfolio.
A good addition. All right, guys, reach out.